Jennifer Restman with Watercolor Girlfriend again. Today we're going to paint this lovely abstract painting with 3 colors of watercolor. It's fun to narrow it down and choose just a few colors. I'm actually going outside my comfort zone this time. I don't usually choose this type of color combination and using brown, so I'm excited about that. And we like to start with the oil pastel. It's one of my favorite. We're going to also work with masking fluid, a watercolor marker brush, and a water soluble crayon. So I hope you'll enjoy this video, and we'll see you over there. Hello, and thanks again for joining us today. We are going to work on a hot press watercolor paper. It's a heavyweight. It's about 140 pounds. And I have found this new tape. It's a white tape, which, it's nicer. It's not distracting like the green tapes or the blue tapes. Here it is. Got this on Amazon. Nope, they're not sponsoring anything. And I don't even know if I like it yet. So we're gonna actually try it today. I want to make sure that it doesn't allow any of the paint to go through and that it doesn't tear the paper when I remove it. It's already disappointing me over here and it keeps coming up. So as of 2024, this is like a $7-8 roll of tape that's only 180 feet. So we'll see how fantastic I think it is. They have a number of other ones that I can try, but today it's just going to be this one. I liked that it was a narrow piece. I didn't have to cut it in half like sometimes I do with the green tapes, or the blue ones. But we're just going to head right in. And today we're going to work on a painting that is got a few colors. I like to work in a minimalist amount of colors, and I chose something that is popular now in the color realm in fashion. So we're going to work with an orange, a brown actually, and a red. You choose whatever red you like, but not the colors I normally would put together. So I'm excited to see how that pans out. We're gonna get started, and I know I love to start my paintings with a white oil pastel, and earlier I tried an orange. Yeah, didn't like it. So I'm back to the white. Maybe we'll try some of the lighter colors, maybe even a gray sometime, but for now we're going with white. Okay, now we're just gonna head right up over here, and we're gonna start right away with an orange. And I like to kind of make it look balanced. So I'm going to include it on a couple of sides here. All right. Okay. There it is. I'm going to let that dry and then we'll come back. Okay, so we waited for that to dry, and I'm sorry I actually jumped ahead a little bit with a water soluble crayon. This is a Caran d'Ache brand, and I added it while it was still wet. So maybe you can see, I'll try to zoom in here, some of this feathering that's on there, and I really like that. Look how that kind of turned out, and it helped to do that while it was still wet. So I apologize you didn't get to see that, but I might do it again. So we are going to add our next color, and I might add a little bit more orange to this. That is a nice color. I just love that red. And it'll, you know, dry lighter, so we might come back for that a little bit as well. And I'm thinking I might want to do something here. I think I want to, you know, move the paint around with my brush. It's cool how it kind of adds to the next color. Don't think I can do that much anywhere else. It's nice. It's fun to experiment, so if you haven't done much of that, I really encourage you to give that a try. Yeah, fun. Okay, so now we dry it again and wait, and we'll be back. Okay, so it's coming together, it dried nicely. Now I would actually like to add the brown into there. I'm using just this one brush. I really like a big brush. I think I even need a bigger round. I'm going to use the brown that I chose, and I'm using the light one. We'll see if I like how it turns out. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so I'm digging the brown. I hope you're liking it too. I'm actually gonna try something that I haven't thought about doing before, but yeah, this is starting to see better days. I'm going to put some of this in some of the dry areas where I'm going to include some red darker. So I want to put a little more red here. I don't want to cover up too much. You could even like splatter the masking fluid around to give it, or drag it around and give it some, and we're gonna let that dry and come back. Okay, now we're gonna do a little stencil action, and I'm going to actually use a watercolor brush, watercolor marker type thing. It's got a couple of different brushes on there, a real narrow one, you know, just kind of like a marker, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush. And that kind of pulls it off a little bit. Gives it a bit of a texture instead of looking so much like a marker. Yeah, great. So kind of, it doesn't pop off in front of the, maybe I can zoom in a little bit for you. Can you see that a little bit better? And I want to add some more red. This is dried pretty good, the masking fluid. I'm going to add a little bit more red in that spot. I would like to add it another place too. I think I'm going to leave that. And again, we're going to let it dry and we'll be right back. Oh, I want to move this off of there. You know, sometimes something catches your eye and you just go for it. Okay, see you back in a minute. So I'm really happy how this stencil looks. And I did it in orange, but it's kind of got a brown hue to it. So I'm really enjoy that. Now I'm going to take this off. You could wait until the end, but I really wanted to see how it looks. Because I haven't done it over another color before. You can use a gum eraser too. That would be better. I mean, that would be different then. Yeah, fun, huh? Yeah, give that a try. You could even add some more on top of that and, you know, build from that. You could add more of the masking fluid on, you know, different area. You know, it's all sorts of fun things you could experiment with. So now I want to add more to the orange, and then I'm going to add a little salt into that. Just keep it in a little bowl here. And you'll get a feel for what you like. If you're practicing, you can even go into the other colors, you know, like I did down here. I did a little bit up here into the orange, brown. Great. Now we're gonna once again let that dry and come on back. So I'm really liking what's going on in here. Now I want to get rid of the salt. I'm just going to use my finger. It's easy. Sometimes the salt doesn't want to come off, and I'll find like little raised bumps and stuff. So just make note of that. You could probably re-wet it a little bit, but then you'll get rid of this texture that appears and the little changes from the salt. Just gonna raise this up so you can see. Hope it's in, yeah, it gives you some texture that you really can't get with another type of, you know, material or process. I'm just gonna get rid of that. So from here, I'd like to do a splatter, and I really like how that looks on a painting, but I'm having a hard time deciding. I think I'm gonna go with red. I could go with brown. It's a tough call. Should I go with brown? Should I just go for it? All right, let's go for it. And you know, if your painting turns out like you don't like it, you can either rework things or you just do another one. Okay, ready? See, I don't know that I like it so much. think I'm gonna get rid of some of it. And I don't know that I don't like that. You know, it adds, but some of it has dried kind of nicely already. That I like. And I like the little dots. So maybe now I'll do a red and get a little bit of a brighter color in there. You could just kind of like flick the brush and get little stuff. I usually like to focus my splatter in kind of one area, but you can, you know, you can also do these little bits, which adds something nice too. And it goes over this white that was from the oil pastel, you know, and if you don't like that so much, and it honestly, it might not stick there. So when this all dries, we'll come back and we'll see if it's, we'll wipe at it and see if that comes out. I think that was a great move with both of the brown and the red color. So, well, you know, we're gonna let it dry and come back. Okay, so I think we're actually all set. It's all pretty close to dried. I'm really happy with this tape that I used. We're gonna see how well it holds up, but I really like that you can see through it so well, and it really gives you the, you know, the outline nicely. And we're just gonna take that off. I did set the tape aside so that I can clean it and reuse it. But then you can, you know, you can look at it in different ways and decide how you really like it to present itself. I'm very pleased. I think the colors turned out nicely, and I will try those color combinations again. I enjoyed the mark making that, you know, appeared. Sometimes I think it shows up on its own, and I'm real happy with the edges. I'm just so pleased with the tape. So thanks for joining me. I hope this will encourage you to explore some abstract watercolor painting for yourself, or you just enjoyed watching me make this one today. Have a great day and happy painting.